Welcome, you guys. I am sorry, I do not know what is wrong unless one of the cats was messing with the tripod, which is probably accurate. Ducky likes to actually bite on it and pick it up. Okay, now that it has pretty much stabilized. Anyway, so I'm trying to work out how we do things. Ducky likes to steal the sponge and tear it up. I really don't have money to keep replacing these because they're not just run-of-the-mill ones, and she just doesn't need to be eating them. But there were things in this drawer that we don't use very often, and of course I keep my batteries in here for the camera, and so I want to just kind of organize how everything's due, like put in here. I found some batteries I didn't even know were in here. They were sitting on the bread cutter, and so I'm starting to think that's not the cat making the camera go all wonky. Anyway, the batteries were dead, so I'm gonna try to charge them while we're at it, and I've decided I want to put towels in this. We use them often. It seems silly not to have the hand towels and the drying towels in the kitchen, and so I'm going to move this stuff around. And actually there was some stuff that needed to be packed up. That's actually what I was going for, was to pack up the cabinet, but I needed something out of a lower drawer, and it was just kind of a joke. The kids won't keep it organized and clean, and so I'm gonna go ahead and move things around again. If you ask my family members, it's probably just to screw with them. But in the drawer, or in the cabinet above here, there's a bunch of stuff that doesn't need to be in there. I needed to get to a chopper. Loving my choppers, but they're in like two different shelves, and so I'm gonna switch out drawers. So I want to keep in the ones that I use the most, the ones I like the most, and I just kind of like the waffle type ones. I don't know if that's really what they're called in all honesty, but they have a different texture to them. They're kind of waffled in appearance, and I find that those are better than actually quite a few of the towels I have. Mom got me into these when she got up here, and they're just better. I find that they're drying better, and it might be because they might be logged with fabric softener, and what have you, but just the ones I got from Amazon to try for free and do a review, I'm just not liking them anymore. So I try to do this. I do not do it very often. I am bad about it. I have some actual towels that need to be washed, so I figured while I'm at it, let me scrub down the machines, and then I'm going to knock out the 2 loads. Everything seems to be running really smoothly. We're not having a bunch of clothes, and actually, now that Xander's stuff is on the back porch, he's kind of trying to destroy it. I've told him to keep up on picking up the clothes because it is such a small space, and that seems to be an issue. But other than that, I'm keeping up on the laundry. I'm not doing it every day, which is nice. And you see my supervisor Pooh is making sure I'm doing it right. So back to the kitchen, I'm going to work on this cabinet. This is one that you guys don't see very often because it is one that I don't touch very much. The cheese grater, I have been using that more because I didn't realize in order for the pre-sliced cheese not to stick together, it has starch on it. Well, that makes for a really chunky looking cheese sauce. So we've been getting the block, and here is a big giant mess. The blades are supposed to be in the machine and they're not, so I'm going to organize those, and that's when I'm going to decide they don't belong there anymore and move them to a drawer. So as you can see, I have a lot of measuring cups. They're not getting stacked right. There are a bunch of lids in here also, and we're missing half of those, if not more. And there's actually some containers in here. There's not much. They're just little short ones, but still, it's not the point. They're not in here. And so I'm going to clean out this drawer. It's kind of a mess in there, and I don't mean the physical items. I mean the drawer itself looks like someone poured candy in it. And so what I'm going to do is actually spray it, close it because I have a meeting here in the next 10 minutes, and let it set, and then I will come back and scrub it up, vacuum it, the whole nine. But these cords are a mess. I have tried with winding them up with Velcro, which there's Velcro in this drawer. The kids just won't do it. I get lazy. I don't want to do it after I've stood there and cooked. And so they're not stacking the measuring cups properly anyway. And so I'm just going to pull them, and actually it's easier because measuring cups is something we use quite often. I'm going to put them in the cabinet that's higher up where all of that stuff just came from. So it took me a while to find these hooks. I'm going to put them both up and end up only using one of them. The first one I put up I thought would work. It didn't. It makes too much noise. And so I'm going to try to put the measuring cups in there. They're not gonna, I'm gonna tell you right now, they're not gonna work, period. And so I ended up just setting them on the shelf, and actually the second hook is now where I keep the measuring spoons. Now that my meeting's over, I am back here to scrub it up, and actually it came up no problem. I sprayed it just a little bit more, and it seemed to wipe as best as it could. This stuff has, well, I've been in this house almost 12 years, and so that shows you how much junk is on there. So it's been a few days. This drawer still looks like this, and the cabinet still looks really good, so I'm pleased with it. Thank you for joining us, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Love you.